Hello, my name's Norms, and this is my latest instalment of telling the truth about dementia. I was diagnosed 10 years ago with dementia, and I thought this year would make it the year that everybody heard about the truth and how bad it could be. This is about the sixth or the seventh in my instalments. The other day, I was talking to a friend of mine who was interviewing me from America, and she's called Brenda Avian, and she does Caregivers Voice on Facebook. If ever you want to visit, it's really, really good. And she asked me, and she said, Norms, if ever you could look back 10 years and you had to give yourself some advice, what would you give yourself, knowing what you know now? And I think she was quite shocked, because if I knew what I knew now, 10 years ago, I would stand up, look myself in the eye and say, don't be so selfish. And I know that comes as a shock to people. But the reason I'm saying this is because 10 years ago, when I was first diagnosed, I not only threw my toys at the pram, I not only had tantrums, I not only had mood swings, I shouted, I bawled, it was everybody else's fault apart from mine. But I also flatly refused to have a carer. I'm hoping that you show this video to people who've just been diagnosed. Because if I'd known then what I know now, I would have had a carer straight away. Because it wasn't until 2 years later I saw the strain it was taking on my wife. I saw the bags under her eyes, how tired she was, how upset she was, and how she was telling everybody else except me that she was tired. Until one day I could see it. She was exhausted. At the time, when I was 15, I never really noticed that. But I stopped doing what I normally did because I thought I'd just been diagnosed. I can't have long left to live because it's a terminal disease. Why should I bother? Depression kicks in, which is depression and a diagnosis of dementia really does go hand in hand. When you've just been told you have a terminal disease and there's no cure, you can't expect anything else, which is the truth of it. I'm on some very, very good antidepressants at the moment, even after all these years. But at the time, 50 years ago, the last thing I wanted was what I called a babysitter. At the age of 50, there's no way I was having somebody taking me by the hand or by the arm and crossing roads with me and going out with me and sitting with me. And I had visions of people nudging and staring. And, Elaine said, well, why don't you get somebody to go to the pictures with? And I said, I'm not going to the pictures with anybody else but you. How mad is that? And I used to get really, really upset. But it wasn't until years later when I actually looked at her and realised how tired she was, how selfish I had actually been. So if I'd known then what I know now, I'd have given myself a kick up the backside and said, don't be so selfish. Because all you're doing is hurting them that's around you and the one that loves you. Yes, I was stubborn. I don't think I'm stubborn now as I used to be. But I was stubborn. And I just didn't think about anybody else but myself. At that time, it felt embarrassing. But once I started getting a carer, once my angel Elaine started to get the respite and started going out for lunch with friends, you could see how much she relaxed. You could see not the pain drifting away, but you could almost see some of the hurt coming out of her eyes. You could see how she was smiling more because she had more time to herself. And as long as she smiles, I smile. And as long as she's happy, I'm happy. And we don't know what helps in the future. I now have a carer. As you all know, I go fishing quite a bit. And sometimes when I go to care homes, if Elaine wants to go somewhere else, the carer will take me and I'll do my stuff there. But the point is, if nobody looks after the carer, who looks after us? So please show this video to anybody out there who's just been diagnosed, who's kicking back a little bit, who's kicking back saying, I don't want a carer, I don't need to be looked after. Because the sooner you get used to it, as you progress getting worse, and you will get worse as I will get worse, then you'll not be kicking back as much and it won't be so strange when you have people coming into your house and looking after you. I hope this helps, and I'll see you the next time I do a video like this. All right, take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye.